on prejudging those, so I got to see all those cool cosplay details and ask fun questions about what everyone was psyched about, so I'm gonna tell you all about that. Your job, as it was before, is to look at all the cool stuff, be excited about all the cool stuff, and, as previously mentioned, to cheer your faces off. So, I feel like that was a great warm-up with the kids. You all did so good, and we're gonna keep that energy going. Now, who here has never been to a cosplay competition before? Okay, we've got some hands. Cosplay competitions are magical places, and there's all sorts of different kinds. There's different kinds of cosplays that we look at. So sometimes people will buy their cosplay and they'll like really embody their character in it, and it'll be their favorite person. Sometimes people will spend all year making their cosplays. And sometimes people will buy bits and they'll change little bits to make them fit better, make them fit the character. All of those things rule, and we're gonna look at all of them today. We have got so many different types of awards today. We've got an award for stage presence, the people who really embody that character. We've got an award for the cosplays that make you go, oh my god, that was so much work. Did you sleep? Are you okay? We've got an award for that one. We have got an award for our thrifty cosplayers. The cosplayers who are like, yeah, I got all this from Goodwill, or like, yep, this was handed down from X and I begged, borrowed, and stole this. We've got an award for those guys. We have got an award for our foam smiths, the ones who take cardboard and foam and craft them into magical armor. And we've got an award for our makeup people, the ones who say, I know God gave me this face, but I'm gonna make it something else. And finally, we've got 3 judges today. Each of our judges gets to pick their favorite cosplay. So you've got 3 judges' choice. We do have 3 judges who are currently doing their job, which is deliberating on all the cosplays they saw earlier. So they're talking about all the details they saw, all of the little bits and pieces, all the stories they heard, and they will be out here soon, sitting in front. But we have got Pixie Bomber cosplay, who is amazing, been in the scene for a long time. We have got Heaven's Light cosplay, whose beautiful work you're gonna get to see. And we've got Teliask, who is also a wonderful, amazing person. And they have seen all of the types of cosplay before. We've got fiber artists, we've got foam smiths, we've got all sorts of experts in the room today. So I am going to check in with them real quick and make sure they're ready for us to move on to the next phase. So while I do that, I'm going to have you turn to the person next to you and say what your favorite, if you could cosplay anyone in the world, who would you cosplay? Let's make a little community today while I double check with the judges. All right, my beloved friends, thank you for taking that moment with us while I conferred with our fabulous judges, who I am now going to bring on stage. So, if you want to give it up for the first judge I'm going to bring on stage, Pixie Bomber cosplay. Pixie Bomber, want to tell us a little bit about what you're looking for today?
Well, I have a passion for sewing. I have a passion for making weird things with fabric. I loathe foam, but I can appreciate people who do foam well. So what I'm looking for is somebody who just loves what they do, and they can love the character, and they're completely behind their character, and they can communicate that. That's what I'm looking for.
Wonderful. Go ahead and have a seat. I'm also going to pull out, yeah, Pixie Bomber. Let's pull out Heaven's Light cosplay. Come on up. You're the next contestant. Hi. What are you looking for today?
I will be looking to be able to see if I can identify the character from far away, even if I don't know the source material. I'm looking for innovation, so using materials in a way that wouldn't really be expected. And I'm looking to see what kind of presents you have up here. Show me the play and cosplay.
Thank you so much. All right, and our last judge is Teliask. Come on up. Let's give it up for Teliask cosplay. All right, what are you looking for today?
I am very much looking a lot more at sewing. That's where I've spent the last 30 years of my life in. And so I'm really excited to just see the giant range of cosplays that came here that even had the courage to come on up and be just put on presentation with folks. So excited for it all.
Absolutely. Go ahead and have a seat. Yeah. Give it up for our judges. And Telias brought up an enormous point, which is, I don't know if you've ever gotten up on stage in front of a room of people, but it can be scary. You know what? Sometimes it's scary for me, and it is my job today. So, again, we're going to be so nice to the people up here. We are going to encourage them. We are all in this together, and we are going to have such a good time. We're going to encourage each other, and we are going to cheer so loud that I'm going to say break a Twitch stream. I don't know if it's possible, but let's give it a shot today. Okay, so we are going to start bringing up our incredible cosplayers. The first cosplayer who we have, if they're ready, is going to be Coco cosplaying Cinderella from the movie Cinderella. So they are making their way on stage. They made this mask with a friend. They designed the mask. Yeah, give it up for Coco. So Coco Cosplay designed the mask with clay, and then their friend 3D printed it for them. They painted it the beautiful anime, which made such a perfect combination with Cinderella. Give it up for Coco Cosplay. Wonderful. Next, we have Scringen Studios. Jamal, cosplaying Nanachi from Made in the Abyss. Come on up. Welcome. So they 3D printed the skull and feet. Their cosplay has pockets, my friend. My favorite part of this one is it has toe beans and squeaky beans on the palms. They made it with a bunch of friends and it turned out amazing. Nice work. They learned modeling for it. Let's watch them strut their stuff. We got a modeling pose? Yeah. They also designed the character and picked out the fabric. All right, let's give it up one more time. Nanachi from Made in the Abyss. All right, next up we have Candy Plague as Jade Harley from Homestuck. Come on up. Give it up for him. They hand sewed this on lunch breaks. Yeah. They also rhinestoned the entire zodiac. The beads and planets glow in the dark. Wonderful. They made their own jewelry and they hot glued charms to the wigs so that they can take them off later. Wonderful work. All right. Next up, let's give it up for Dirk as God Tier Dave, also from Homestuck. As all gods should, this god is wearing pajamas. The cape was a blanket, and their time-based powers are represented by clock, and the gear-based planet are Homestuck fans. Let's give it up for them. All right, next we have Gwen cosplaying Tenna from Olethra. Happens to the best of us. They thrifted. So they've got a cardboard head that they can get into and out of easily, which is really hard with a helmet. It is. It's held on with a beanie that, when it's on, works so well and is a little tricky to get on when hundreds of people are watching you. There's a physics thing about that. It's true. But it looks amazing. It looks so good. Their grandma helps them alter the jacket and helps teach them sewing things. They dip-dyed the skirt lining and the tabard on the front of their skirt. And she used skewers for the antenna on the thing, which is Oh, they fell. That's okay. That happens. You guys are too young to remember. That used to happen to TVs all the time. All right, let's give it up for Gwen. Nice work. Yay! All right. Next up, we have Mandy cosplaying Spyro the Dragon. This is an original design. It's almost entirely foam, mostly patterned by her. It includes lots of details, from gems to sparks, who is made out of 3D printing and acrylic. They dip-dyed all sorts of parts of this, and they've been working on it since the beginning of the year. They are, I know, right? They are especially proud of their sword. And it turns out, making weapons is fun. And, good job. Nice work. All right, let's give it up for Mandy. Okay, next up, we have Allie cosplaying Pure Vessel from the Hollow Knight. Welcome, Allie. So, this was inspired by Victorian fashion and knight fashion. They are a humanized take on Pure Vessel. Everything worn is made by hand except the undershirt. This is their first ever EVA foam build. And, yeah, exactly. All of the armor was self-patterned. Underneath the armor, and this is the coolest part, is a fully quilted and lined gambeson with hand-sewn closures. And Allie made them all out of natural materials so it doesn't get too hot, which is so smart. You love to see it. They modeled their 3D printed bits on Fusion software and the horns attached by magnets. Give it up. And the nail, the sword, is threaded with steel rods so that it won't break. Nice work, Allie. Let's give it up for them. All right, so next up we have Zilo Zenpai cosplaying Summoner Yuna from Final Fantasy X. So this whole cosplay costs $10. We've got recycled pleather. We have dip-dyed blackout curtains. And my dying friends in the audience know how tricky that is. Vinyl cut with a cricket to match the character, a hand-beaded belt and hair accessories, and the staff is a combo of 3D printing and PVC. And they learned 3D printing to make this staff. Give it up for Zilla. We have Gabe cosplaying Simon Belmont from Castlevania. Welcome, Gabe. So this is their first ever cosplay and his first time cosplaying. It's thrifted pieces, and So many details added to those thrifted pieces. There's trim, there's cricketed details. We've got 3D printing. Yeah, and we've got an actual bullwhip with a 3D printed flail on the top to get all those vampires, I assume. And he's especially proud of the belt and genuinely just kind of wants to wear it out in the world, which I respect. You can hold so many things. All right, let's give it up for Gabe. All right, next up, we have Queen Nymeria cosplay, cosplaying Murray Magnuson from Critical Role. Welcome, Murray! So we've got 3D printed accessories on the hat. Murray hand painted the vest, which is incredible, and sewed the tassels on. Queen Nymeria Cosplay was excited to cosplay Murray as soon as she saw the female dwarf with a beard, which is representation we need, right? Yeah. Give it up. They did style the beard themselves, and they made sure to have Murray's quill nail in just in case she needs a little magic. Yeah. Let's give it up for Queen Nymeria Cosplay. All right, next up we have Ice Wolf 103 as Nie Huaisang from the Grand Master of Demonic Cultivation. It's beautiful work. Yeah. So Ice Wolf designed this and then made it with a collaboration of their friends. It's a combo of a couple of this character's look. It's we've got friends having done some beautiful embroidery work and some heat transfer vinyl, and a bunch of the gold filigree and details on the belt were found objects that they put together to look like a cohesive part. And Ice Wolf loves that the character is shy, but gets what he wants without doing harm to anyone. And I love that. It's justice for the shy people. Beautiful work, Ice Wolf. All right, now let's give it up for the Barbie Yaga. They're cosplaying Rhaenyra Targaryen from House of the Dragon. Barbie Yaga's been cosplaying since 2015, building primarily with foam and sourcing soft parts by thrifting. This cosplay was a huge labor of love and her first solo sewing project. And it was impressive, right? It was helped by a community of friends and sewists, and even a company that helped with the pleating. There are 3D printed crown and scales and clasps on there that were finished with beautiful painting. And my favorite part, the dragon claws on the waist started off as chicken leg earrings, which is the kind of thriftiness we love to see. Let's give it up for the Barbie Yaga. Beautiful work. All right, next up we have Indie Crochet Creations. Her character is Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. Yeah. We love the frizz. So the embroidery, yes, the embroidery on this dress was made from digitized screenshots and she learned digitization and machine embroidery for this project. Yeah. The wig is a crocheted beanie with yarn as the strands of hair. Liz the Lizard and the school bus are also crocheted. And the school bus was a pattern for a Kleenex, or for a tissue box, which was turned into a school bus. And each shoe has a 3D printed rocket on it, which is delightful. I also want to point out the planets are ornaments, which is really fun. Good work. All right, next up we have Wandering Petunia cosplay, and she's cosplaying Morning Wren Song, aka young grandmother Wren from The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One from Worlds Beyond Number. Yeah. Grandma Wren is a 5'2" baddie in a patch corduroy hat, and we made the patch corduroy hat as a stash buster. A lot of things on this project were upcycled from stuff we already had in the stash. The vest is based on a hanbok, and the overalls are based on 1890s split skirts, so they can be a skirt or pants. It's what we all want. Wandering Petunia also added hearts to her sleeve because she's the witch of the world's heart. Give it up for her.
All right, next up we have Wizard Saffron cosplaying Olethra MacLeod from Cloudward Ho! Say hi, intrepid cosplayers! Thank you. They worked off the character art that was released for this character. They thrifted the bulk of this cosplay and altered it to alter the jacket specifically to show off Olethra's corset. There are so many pouches for Olethra to gather all of the wonderful things on her adventure. She purchased a lot of these pieces to wear in her everyday life, which you love to see. My favorite part of this cosplay is the nut pug bracelet they have, everyone's favorite invasive species nut pug. And they love to cosplay Allie Beardsley characters, which, listen, who doesn't? Allie Beardsley's a gift to us all. Let's give it up one more time for Wizard Saffron cosplay. She did so good. She looks beautiful. All right, next up we have Rachel cosplaying Celaena Sardothien from Throne of Glass. This is her first cosplay, and it was brought on by her eldest daughter's passion and love of reading. Celaena is a strong female character. She's been through a lot, and she's a tough assassin, and that resonated with Rachel. This cosplay was largely gathered from and thrifted and based on what the character would have actually worn as she was learning to become an assassin. We've got a human hair wig that she styled and a short cape for running around rooftops. You can't have your long cape getting stuck on rooftops. And finally, steel-toed boots for kicking whoever needs to be kicked, wherever they need to be kicked. It's a PG-13 show, folks. Let's give it up for Celaena Sardothien. All right, next up we have Lore cosplaying the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. They've been cosplaying for 4 years, but this is their first convention. Welcome to GeekGirlCon. The watches on this cosplay were all their great-grandmothers, which is so lovely. The cosplay was thrifted, borrowed, traded, bartered, all sorts of different ways of getting cosplay pieces. And the corset is their favorite, and it was modified specifically to fit them. And they fell in love with this character when they were in a children's dance group, and they did Alice in Wonderland a bunch of times. They loved seeing the Mad Hatter, so they decided to cosplay him, which is perfect. Thank you so much. Give it up. All right. Next up, we have Ruby cosplaying Captain Rex from Star Wars. Yeah, Ruby made this out of cardboard and foam. They paper mache'd over the cardboard and then painted that and Mod Podged over that. A lot of it is attached with Velcro. The blasters are also cardboard, which is so cool. The cardboard belt pouches are functional pockets, and there's a second hidden pocket, which we love to see. You gotta keep your phone. Good work. The helmet is also padded, so it's comfy. Oh, they padded the headband on the helmet so that they can wear it all day at con, which is so important. All right, my friends, let's give it up for them. Oh, I did the wrong. Ruby! All right, next up, we have Tula cosplaying Embo from Star Wars. This is the Clone Wars section. Welcome. So she has been cosplaying for 3 years, and the hat is made of cardboard, paper mache, and air dry clay to give it a little extra loft. The shoulder is made out of foam, and they painted the fabric on the skirt pieces and then machine sewed them, which is so cool. They look amazing. Everybody loves our favorite bounty hunters from... Everyone has a different favorite bounty hunter from Clone Wars, and they liked Embo because you never see them die. And that's important in a character. Let's give it up for Tula. All right. Next up, we have Lula cosplaying Jinx from Arcane. Yeah. So check out their very cool shark gun who has a name that I don't know because I'm old. But their shark gun, they made as a decoration for her room. It is made mostly of cardboard, hot glue, and black light paint. So if we had black lights in here, you could see it glow. But it glows anyways, it lights up. Their other weapon was carved by their dad, which is really fun, carved out of wood. And they have grenades that actually tick when you take out the pin. And I'm tempted to say don't take out the pin, but it's very cool when it happens. They also made their wig. First they bought one from Amazon, but it looked bad, so they were like, you know what, I can do it better. They made it out of felt and plastic to give it its signature loft, which is very cool. It looks so good. And the beads on the braids are toilet paper rolls. All right, let's give it up for Lula. Thank you so much, Lula. All right, next up we have Bobby and Carrie cosplaying Tudor, Ursula, and Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Welcome. So these are inspired by actual historical garments, which means there's so many layers you guys can't see. We've got chemises, we've got pockets, we've got underskirts. There's pockets. There's always pockets. We've got boned bodices. We've got a steel boned bodice there and a partially boned bodice with our Ursula. Our Ursula has the cartoon accurate 6 tentacles, and some of them are even 3D. When you watch them walk, you'll be able to see her. We also have a trident as a functional walking stick with some poor unfortunate souls sticking off the top. Don't make deals with that one. Not to be trusted. They've been sewing all year to get this done. Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it. It's not worth it. Your friend Brianne says don't do it. We also have a Flotsam and Jetsam purse. And yeah, our Ariel was sewing all year to get these done, including the beautiful hand-beaded French hoods. Wonderful work, Bobby and Carrie. Thank you so much. And look for the tentacles. You see them? Tentacles. All right, next up we have Blue Jay cosplaying Nepeta Lejan from Homestuck. Welcome. This cosplay they've been training for forever, which is to say their clothes they had. Sometimes a cosplay finds you. This is their first cosplay. It's so incredible. The tail is made out of a scarf they had, and when asked why they cosplayed this character, the answer was perfect, and it's that they really like cats, which, yeah, of course. Cats are perfect, you're right. All right, my friend, thank you so much, Blue Jay Cosplay. We'll have you head off. Let's give it up for them. All right. Next up, we have Christine as Disney Dreamlight Valley persona from Disney Dreamlight Valley. So they have all of the tools they need. They've got a pickaxe for gems and minerals. They've got a watering can for maintaining all of their beautiful growing things. The pickaxe started off life as a Fortnite pickaxe. That they added a glowy ball to and painted. There's also a hidden Mickey on there. The shirt has a touch of magic from Daisy's shop, and the pants, I believe, are from Scrooge McDuck's shop. All of their friends have matching shirts. The friends that play the game with her have matching shirts, which is wonderful. And she's super proud of the pickaxe. Making props can be fun, my friends. You can put hidden Mickeys on them. All right, let's give it up for Christine. Okay, next up, we have Hawthorne cosplaying Sailor Optimus Prime. Welcome. This cosplay was born from the thought, in the name of Cybertron, I will punish you. Which is right. It was self-patterned, and she is wearing about 2 pounds of polyfill. The acrylic details were made in the Bellevue Library Makerspace. Thank you. The wig took so much styling, and they're really proud of turning a wig into an updo wig. My wig stylers in the audience will know how hard that is. They also added sparkle to it. They're proud of the boot covers, which are made of foam interfacing. And Hawthorne Cosplay used 3 layers of fabric to get the perfect sparkle on the bow. The emblem is an ornament with craft foam details. Let's give it up for Sailor Optimus Prime. All right, next up we have Leo cosplaying as Knight Palkia from Pokemon. They designed this costume based on some concepts including just anime people with big weapons. This is the first time making a gathered skirt. The cape that they made represents the character's wings. The staff is the symbol of the character, and if you look close, you can see an Ultra Ball and a luminous pearl for our Pokemon. It looks so good. They're very proud of the cardboard helmet. And the cardboard armor is held on with magnets. They used comforters and sheets from Goodwill for the fabric parts of this, and skateboarding gear for the gauntlets and knee pads. It looks so good. All right, let's give it up for Leo. All right, next up we have Asher cosplaying as Finn the Human from Adventure Time. So he's got Finn's signature hat with our friend Jake on top, layered over a wig to represent Finn's beautiful flowing locks. Asher added scars for our adventurous main character. He also made the BMO cuff and other bracelets. It looks so cool. And there's a BMO keychain made out of perler beads. And Asher's favorite parts of this cosplay are the little bits of headcanon that he built in, including that Finn is trans, so he has a little trans bracelet, which we love to see. Let's give it up for Asher. All right, next up we have Tenna cosplaying an... Oh, hello, sorry, we're going slightly out of order. Give me a second. Alex and Nana? No. Yeah! All right, we've got Polaris and Gloria cosplaying as Alex and Nana from Oxenfree. Their costumes were thrifted and altered. The camera and walkie-talkie they have replicate their characters' props, and they've even been taking selfies with the old school camera, and they're learning how hard it was to take selfies before cell phones. We did it. We did do it. They have matching character bracelets, which is lovely, and they love that the characters in the video game seem like real people, and that makes it fun to cosplay them. Let's give it up for Polaris and Gloria. Thank you, guys. Let's see if I can find my place. Okay, next we have Jay's Play cosplaying as King Thranduil from The Hobbits. Yeah. Now this cosplay debuted 10 years ago at GeekGirlCon. Let's give it up for a decade of Thranduil. The crown is Instamorph. The staff is Instamorph, which is meltable plastic. The robe was self-drafted. Yeah. And it was their first sewing project, that robe, which is crazy. And I don't know, their boot covers and robe lasted 10 years, my guys. That's so cool. In general, the vibe is party, and we love that for Thranduil. All right, next up, we have Sophia as Mr. Antenna from Deltarune. Yay! The head is made out of cardboard and paper. And this is their favorite part of the costume. They get into the head with a little flap on the side that closes with Velcro, which is important. You gotta figure out how you're gonna get in and out of your cosplays, my friend. It's a lesson you learn once. It also has an internal structure made out of cardboard that keeps it in place when they move around so it doesn't wiggle. They thrifted and altered the jacket, and the badge is made out of paper and cardboard. All right, let's give it up. Beautiful work. All right. Is that all of our cosplayers? Did we miss anyone? This is your chance to lie to me and just come on stage and have me panic. Oh my God, there's a dog. Okay, so it is now time for our judges to deliberate. And in that time, how would we feel if I brought a dog on stage? If the dog's into it. I was like, you guys pointed to him. So we have a light-breaking addition to our cosplay competition. It is a perfect pup. Hi. So the judges are getting a look at our pup as they walk by. He's doing so good. I'm assuming the wings were hand sewn. I'm assuming. You're doing so good, my love. Hi. Last year, I believe this dog was dressed up as a Sith, and I had to do battle with him, and it was a whole thing. Yeah. All right, everyone, let's give it up for our late-breaking cosplay entry. So perfect. I'm going to give that dog the award of, honestly, I was going to say most pettable, but there was a very good fursuit, so you have some competition, pup. I'm so sorry. Cosplayers can be anything. So while our judges deliberate, I am getting paid by the King County Library System to come talk to you right now, so I'm going to give a quick plug. We love our libraries, right? Read more books. And if you are local to the area and you didn't know, there are 2 makerspaces in the libraries. There's one in Bellevue and one in Federal Way. They are free to use. You don't need a library card. And we have laser cutters, 3D printers, sewing machines, soldering irons. We have most of the stuff you could need to make a cosplay, unless you are making noxious fumes with your cosplay, in which case, probably keep them out of my library. Probably came out of my library. If you have questions about the King County Library System Makerspaces, you can go to kcls.org and search Makerspace, and you'll find us. I would normally be like, come to our panel, but it was yesterday. So if you are a time traveler, go to our panel yesterday. It was really good. Yeah? Cool. Also, if you are a time traveler, you have other work to do, my friends. So get it together. Mostly get it together. Okay, so our judges are still deliberating. So I am going to, let's do audience style cosplay would you rather. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to ask would you rather X or Y, and you are going to cheer for the one or the other. So for example, would you rather wear a wig all day to a Comic-Con or wear a corset all day to a Comic-Con? Who would rather wear a wig? Who would rather wear a corset? You're all my people. You are all my people. All right, who would rather cosplay an animated character versus a live action character? Who'd rather do animated? Oh, nice. Who'd rather do live action? Yes, those are my people too. All right, let's throw a third one in there. Who's like, but what about books? I want to cosplay from books. Yeah, your local librarian appreciates you. Thank you. Okay, what are other fun ones? Who would rather wear contacts to get those like cool eye effects versus wearing your natural eye color? Who wants to wear cool contacts? Nice. Who wants to just keep your eyes, man? All right, if you wear contacts, get them from an optometrist. Be safe. All right. We love that. We're here for safety. We're here for safety, my friends. All right, who would rather build a fabric cosplay versus a foam cosplay? Who are my fabric people, my fiber artists? All right, who are my foam smiths? Yes, perfect. I am slowly but surely learning to love foam, but fiber arts is where my heart lives. One day I'm gonna actually like forge stuff for cosplay, and then it'll be over for you nerds. Who likes to 3D print stuff versus making stuff out of like clay or cardboard or whatever? Who are my 3D printers? Yeah. Who are my clay folks? Yeah. So if my clay people just don't have access to 3D printers, come to the Makerspaces. We got you. We got so many 3D printers. Yes, this is all plugs. Hi. All right, let's do one more. Who would rather have a cute like accessory bag, like a Loungefly or like a Flotsam and Jetsam purse, versus who would rather have hidden pockets all over their person? Who's my bags people? Okay. Who wants hidden pockets? That's fair. Sometimes your clothes are really tight and you can't have pockets. Man, it's a real problem. All right, are my judges ready? Oh, I'm gonna turn my mic off. So if you want to turn to the person next to you and be like, I can't believe she didn't ask this or that. Why didn't she ask this or that? She missed this completely. So talk to the people next to you, figure out what I missed, but be nice, and I'll be right back. All right, my friends, I've been informed I missed video game cosplays, and that's real. I don't play video games, as previously mentioned. I'm your aunt from the internet. All right, my friends, so we are almost ready to hand out awards. But before we do, this cosplay competition was sponsored by some wonderful people, and I want to shout them out because they were without them, we couldn't have done it. So we have Silver King Game and Hobby, Blick Art Supplies, which is, I've personally gotten several cosplay supplies from there. Arda Wigs, who donated some wonderful certificates, and several cosplayers mentioned they were wearing Arda Wigs, which is so cool to see. We've got Gabi, Olympic Cards and Comics. Give it up for them. We have Game Wizards Blue Sky Hobbies, my favorite kind of hobbies. We've got something called Goblin Riot, which is honestly my favorite kind of riot. Heck yeah! We've got Marcus Makes Stickers, wonderful stickers. Elliott Bay Books, you know I'm into that. You know I'm into it. C&T Publishing, we love a publishing company, and Enemy Lines TTRPG on YouTube. So check out Enemy Lines on YouTube. All right, my friends, so we are gonna start with the judge's choice. So I'm gonna hand the mic over to our judges, and they are gonna explain who their favorite cosplayers were. So my judges, my friends, are you ready? Do you guys care who goes first? All right, I'm gonna bring up Pixie Bomber Cosplay.
I just happen to be loud back there.
Standing closest to me.
And I was yelling. I don't need a mic, but they give me one. Okay. So, for my judge's choice, I chose Barbie Yaga with Target. I can't even pronounce the Targaryen because I can't pronounce any words. The reason I picked this is the screen accuracy, the technical, the clean sewing, and the pleating. And then like, if you look at the pleating, there's the details within the pleating. It's gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. As somebody who has done some historical sewing myself, oof. Big fan. Much appreciated.
All right, let's give it up for Barbie Yaga. That's such a good question. What would make you feel less awkward? You can stay on stage if you want to. Yeah? Listen, I like to let people follow their hearts. Okay, next up, let's have Tiliosk come introduce their judge's choice.
All right, obviously, many beautiful costumes. My personal choice was Ruth Chadwick for the Morning Wren song. The details, the fact that a lot of this can still be used in their day-to-day, just beautiful work, the stuffing on the hat, the lining, the little teacup holder that they even like formed to that teacup, all of it beautifully done.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Wandering Petunia Cosplay, who let me say 5'2" baddie on a stage into a microphone, which just made me happy. All right. Last, let us get Heaven's Light up here to show their judge's choice.
So my judge's choice I picked based on stage presence, based on little secrets that they have throughout it. I like the little fine details. I'm also a sucker for making a costume because I want to put a weapon in my house. So Lula, can you get up here? Jinx? It was very well done. I loved the ticking in the grenade. I loved the lights all through jawbones. And I mean, a felt wig, like an icon.
All right, let's give it up for our judges and our judges' choice winners. They did so good. Yeah. Okay, now we have our sort of category awards. So we are going to start with our Stage Slayer. This award is for the cosplayer who didn't just show up in costume, they showed up in character. All right, so they walked the stage, they worked the audience, they did so good. And we are going to give that award to Bobby and Carrie, our Tudor Ursula and Ariel. Is this because she tried to get us all to sell our souls? I think that's probably what did it. Don't sell your soul to sea witches. Just give them to them. They're nice. Beautiful work, you guys. All right. Next up, we have our Labor of Love. This award goes to the cosplayer who poured their heart, soul, and so many hours into their cosplay. And this one, we are giving to Indie Crochet Creations their Miss Frizzle. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to digitize embroidery. It's hard. It takes some serious time. Beautiful work. That plus the crochet. We love a multiple skilled fiber arts. All right, next up, we are doing our Frankenfit Award. This award goes to the thrifty, crafty genius who stitched together something amazing from something totally unexpected. From Goodwill, maybe something else. And we are going to give this one to Zolo Zenpai's Yuna. That's a $10 cosplay, my friends. Such beautiful work. Congratulations. All right, next up we have our Forge and Foam, which you do have to say like that. This award is for the cosplayer who looked at the idea of armor and went, yeah, I'll make that. I'll make that out of whatever I get. And we are giving this one to Mandy, our Spyro. Beautiful work, Mandy. Seriously, y'all, that sword is so cool. If you get a chance to see up close, we've got such beautiful painted details, such good foam work. All right, and our last award of the night is our Face Off Flair, which is the award for wonderful cosplayers who turn their face, or maybe their whole body, into a canvas. So it's for beautiful makeup, for just adding that extra little bit of panache with makeup or other effects on our skins or face. And that one is going to go to Allie with their Pure Vessel from Hollow Knight. Allie, you look so good. And you can't see it from here, but they do have black contacts in, which are scary, and I tried not to look at them. They look so good. All right, let's give it up for our cosplayers. And we're going to do one last round of applause for all of the cosplayers who came up here tonight. It is not an easy thing to do. They all did so good. All right. Ooh, I lost a tabard. One last round of applause for you guys. You did so good. You're such a good audience. You did beautifully. All right, my friends, that is it for us. Come to GeekGirlCon costume competition next year and join us on stage, huh? Come on up.